fun has just begun.
There's no doubt that Lucifer has become one of the most lucrative shows in the history of Netflix. And with cast members like Tom Ellis and Lauren German doing their best to give performances that are both dramatic and realistic, it's no wonder the show's fan base has grown in leaps and bounds since the release of Season 1. It's not all work and no play on the set though, which is made rather obvious when you take a look at the various blooper reels released by the studio in promotion of future seasons. So, whether you're a fan of the devilish series or like to watch behind-the-scene action from all sorts of productions, stay right where you are, as we're about to take a look at some of Lucifer bloopers that were even better than the show. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We're giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice, so be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter this giveaway. It's really that simple. Wearing his orgy pants to work. For those of you unfamiliar with the tagline to this moment, in the earlier seasons where Lucifer was still working on Chloe's nerves, he showed up to a crime scene wearing a certain type of pants. Ever heard of the description, business in the front, party in the back? Well, Lucifer's orgy pants, as they came to be called, really encapsulated this little principle by leaving a gap for his butt to poke out of. When the moment was pointed out in the show, Mr. Morningstar simply turned to Chloe and remarked, "Oh dear, I've worn my orgy pants to work, haven't I?" An unforgettable moment to say the least. But not as forgettable as Tom wanders around the set while wearing the very same orgy pants from the scene. According to Tom, wearing the pants made him get a bit caught up in the moment and start flirting with every willing member of the cast and production team. He also stated in an interview that he couldn't help himself from doing strange things like poking his butt in and out of shots. We would have loved to have been a fly on the wall during these scenes. Who knew that Tom's orgy pants had so much power over him, shaking things up with good vibrations. Tom isn't the only one who knows how to have a good time on set though, as proven by Lauren German, who is best known for her portrayal of the serious Chloe Deckard. When performing a scene with devilishly handsome Tom, a vibration can be heard in the background. Probably someone's cell phone, right? Well, without skipping a beat, Lauren changes her dialogue by apologizing for the vibrations in the background, explaining further that it was just her vibrator. The entire cast and production team were caught off guard and couldn't hold it together anymore, with laughter filling the set until no more vibrations could be heard in the background. But Lauren wasn't done just yet. When everyone had calmed down and filming was about to resume, the starlet made everyone roll on the floor laughing once more by saying, "It will just go off on its own after a while." Seeing Lauren shake things up like this is something that fans desperately needed to see, especially considering how Chloe never really gets to crack many jokes on the show. Suffices to say, we know just how hilarious Lauren can be, just being Lucifer. As hilarious as the last moment was, it's far from the last where members of the cast purposefully ruined takes for a laugh or two. In fact, Tom is probably the worst when it comes to intentionally imposing himself upon a scene that he is not supposed to be in. And there are various examples of the leading man doing strange and wonderful things in the distance while his co-stars attempt to pull off the perfect take. When filming at a farm, for example, Lucifer can be seen off in the distance sitting on a tractor just out of eyesight of Chloe. And while he was just supposed to sit there looking bored, Tom had a different idea altogether. When Lauren turns to look at him, he quickly lifts his legs so that they appear spread, and then puts his hand in front of his crotch while smiling wickedly. According to Tom, he only did this because he had a spot on his pants that he needed to wipe off before continuing with filming. But the look of utter embarrassment on Lauren's face told a different story. It's just good to see that Tom has far more Lucifer in him than we previously knew about. No wonder he's so good at portraying the do-good devil, Lauren's true nature. Someone else who has a lot more Lucifer in her than we previously thought is Lauren, who also loves to make dirty jokes while on set. This is, however, far outside the realm of character she plays, which means that when Lauren goes off the books and starts making things up as she goes along, these scenes are almost never usable. Can you think of a world where the serious Chloe Deckard makes a joke about a woman being harassed and murdered? Well, you no longer need to, as the next blooper shows exactly what happens when Lauren's own personality meshes with that of Chloe. When speaking about the poor victim of a crime, Lauren goes off the rails a bit bit by saying an agent says he's gonna help her out and exchange use her as a party favor. We unfortunately don't get to hear more about the story that Lauren was slinging, as she cuts off her own sentence by laughing at the ridiculousness that was coming out of her mouth. Better yet, turn your attention to Tom and you'll see a look of absolute surprise, and we're guessing a little bit of pride as well. And although this scene couldn't be used in the end, at least the rest of the cast had a great time filming it. I challenge you to a dance-off. The best thing about watching behind-the-scene clips and bloopers of a show you love is to really see how some of the cast members get on like a house of fire. One close relationship that fans never expected to see, however, is the hilarious relationship between Lesley-Ann Brandt, who plays Masakine on the show, and Rachel Harris, who plays Linda Martin. While filming the police station dance extravaganza from season 4, both Leslie and Rachel decided to have some fun of their own. Clearly influenced by the dancing they had been watching, the two ladies started to do a dance of their own creation, which consisted of a number of high kicks that clearly required some rehearsing to pull off. The short clip even ends with a lackluster lift, which, although a complete fail, shows just how much fun the two co-stars can have with one another while everyone else is on break. Suffice to say, we would have loved to see something like this in the actual show. That chemistry, though, we wouldn't want to get Tom into any trouble now, especially considering how he just got married for the second time. But isn't the chemistry between him and Lauren just completely insane? And we're not just talking about during the series, as this is nothing more than acting. Behind the scenes, however, they make the best work husband-wife to one another, often interrupting and annoying the living soul out of the other. While there are quite a few examples of this, our favorite by far can be seen when Lauren is having some trouble getting her lines right. Rather than calming his co-star down, Tom does what any loving partner would do and starts to annoy her even further, asking if she should sing the Sea of Tranquility or something. When he finally stops talking, she composes herself and asks, "Are you good, Tom? Okay?" Showing that she gives it just as much as she gets it. Now, if that isn't a married couple, we don't know what is. All that's missing is a ring, which we suppose is what makes their chemistry on screen so amazing in the first place. Make sure you don't forget the words. Working on set with Lauren German can be quite nerve-wracking. Not only is she beautiful beyond words, she's also not one to back down from making fun of someone for making a mistake. Just ask the actor who played the poor priest back in season 1, who suspected an underground drug operation in his own neighborhood. After being a witness to one of the crimes, Chloe asked the priest to please come down to the station so they can take his statement. But it's at this moment that the actor forgets his lines and stares on at Lauren like a deer in the headlights. After a few seconds of absolute silence pass, Lauren points at the actor and, with some agitation, says, "So?" She then swears like a trooper, causing everyone on set to burst out into laughter, including the priest himself. Truth be told, forgetting your lines is just part of the job, and it's good to see that even the side actors get pulled into the Lucifer family, ruined by a honk. Last but not least, we have another moment from Tom Ellis displaying his incredibly witty personality. As fans know, both season 1 and 2 of Lucifer were filmed in British Columbia, Canada, before moving over to Los Angeles in season 3. Before the move, however, a take exists where a scene was ruined because someone on the streets of Canada decided to honk at a very inopportune moment. Not skipping a single beat, Tom responds to the situation by pointing at the vehicle and exclaiming, "The one angry driver in Canada." And of course, everyone on set bursts out laughing at the prospect of a Canadian being anything other than kind. What's your favorite blooper on the list? And would you be able to work with Tom while making such ridiculous jokes? Let us know in the comment section down below.